Hey, did I tell you that when we were no, Siri,
Siri?
absolutely the fuck not.
Hey there, all you fine fellows. You're listening to Radio D&D.
I'm James Landoff, the Dungeon Master, aka Mr. Mayor.
Hi, I'm Stephanie, and I play Mirai.
Hi, I'm Mike, and I play Marcus.
I'm Casey, and I play B.
I'm Ethan, and I play Zephyr.
Now, roll that recap.
Hey there, all you fine fellows. You're listening to 98.3 The Drop. Having escaped the Banshee before its inevitable crash landing, the Lonely Hearts decided it was best they secure what remained of Philip's arcane disruptors, not wanting to entertain the thought of the devices falling into the wrong hands. Traversing the streets of crumbling buildings, and confident the MLE were on their way, the gang made it to the crash site, finding the majority of the cargo intact. They planned to destroy what remained, gathering the crates in a large pile and destroying them for good. However, before they could make much progress, a figure emerged from down the street. A homeless half-orc child, whose eyes flashed with a blue hue. It was clear she was under the same mind-controlling magic as Philip. The child spoke, advising them to abandon the wreckage, drawing a knife and holding it to her throat as insurance. Surveying the area, B noticed a lone bell tower with a good vantage point of the area. Through his scope, Marcus caught a glimpse of a blue-robed figure. They devised a plan to shoot a bead of fireball at the tower, hoping to free the child from the mage's spell. As backup, Klaus and Zephyr prepared to teleport to the tower and handle them directly. Though the bead never made it out of the chamber, and Marcus was treated to a fiery explosion, Klaus and Zephyr followed through, ambushing the mage before he could act. They swiftly brought the mage to his knees. That was, until the mage's body turned to ice and melted away, leaving behind a rune storing a most powerful spell, causing a devastating explosion of psychic energy. Reeling from the spell's effects, Zephyr could only watch as the spell killed Klaus, who vanished entirely save a black bishop's chess piece. Amidst the chaos, sirens could be heard on the horizon, and Marcus saw a band of ruffians fast approaching. The MLE arrived only moments before them, setting up a perimeter to defend the cargo. After exchanging blows and bullet fire, the Lonely Hearts succeeded in fending off their assailants. Taking custody of Philip and his arcane disruptors, the MLE made quick work of the scene, loading the crates onto secure trucks as evidence. They gave rides to the gang, thankful for their assistance. With only the chess piece remaining of his once good friend, Marcus headed to Mr. Green's, buying 2 drinks and setting the piece down at their usual table.
We open on Anubis's little study. We see him standing alone, muttering incoherently as arcane sigils appear and vanish around him as he seems to be casting some kind of spell. A lone table behind him comes into focus, bearing a handful of pages on top of which rests the ancient parchment for the spell Power Word Kill. The sigils vanish altogether, and Anubis shouts something in an unknown language, his face red with frustration. Looking back at the parchment, he sighs, continuing his work. Avandra comes up to the door, checking up on the loud noise, swinging a smith's hammer by its leather strap. Everything all right in here? Ever since you gotten back, you seemed a bit on edge. Yes, everything is all right. Avandra squints her eyes at him, shaking her head. He avoids her gaze and places his hat on his head and takes the pile of papers, wrapping them in a small parcel. I'm going away for a little bit. There's something I must attend to. Yeah, no, fine. I'm supposing you don't need me to tag along this time either. Avandra, this isn't something you can help with. I don't think anyone can. After a moment of tense silence, Avandra sighs in defeat. And what should I tell Lorien? I should be back before he returns. You needn't worry about that. Going over to his workstation, Anubis grabs a notebook, as well as a odd-looking curved object wrapped in cloth, handing them both to Evandra. While I'm away, I hoped you would work on something for me. If I find time, perhaps. Evander turns to leave as Anubis goes to say something, but thinks better of it. Carrying the parcel of papers, he takes a deep breath, holding his hand forward. Sand moves across the floor, accumulating and stacking to form a freestanding door with a relief of a dog-headed man. The door slowly opens to reveal a darkened space on the other side. Adjusting his hat, Anubis walks in, the door falling to a pile of sand behind him as he disappears. Walking back into the forge and looking through the notebook, a look of confusion comes over Evandra's face as she mouths a dwarvish swear. Setting her things by the forge, she shakes her head, unwrapping the object and beginning her work. So, last we left off, you guys were recovering from the events of the shipwreck. Philip Charleston is currently in the MLE's custody. So, you have about 5 days of downtime to sort of do what you'd like. We'll start with Zephyr. What is Zephyr doing immediately after this?
Zephyr would definitely be spending time trying to write his speech for a sort of thing with the MLE. As well, I think he would like to do something nice for Marcus.
Oh,
Since he just lost his friend. You'd probably ask Mariah if they could like make like a pie for him or something.
Like you want me to make a pie.
Yeah, I don't know how to bake.
I can definitely try that. I think we should get him a bottle of like bourbon or something too.
Good, yeah.
Yeah, I think he might maybe like that a little bit better. I'll bake the pie. I'll buy the bourbon.
I mean, I can get that part.
Okay.
okay. So you guys are going to be making Marcus a pie and getting him a thing of brandy. Maybe this distracts Zephyr from his like work. There's a waste bin overflowing with maybe crumpled bits of speech that he thought didn't work out.
I guess also like looking at like probably getting like stuff ready for their wedding too, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
You probably had to spend time convincing Mariah that they can actually do a ceremony before he possibly dies. Give no line of work.
Yeah, Mariah would definitely suggest retiring. I wanted to have Mariah reach out to Justina.
Okay.
I
Very
think that
interesting.
yeah, interesting choice. I understand. I think that given kind of everything that happens, this is just kind of like a very casual thing that she does probably one night, and she just like she just shoots off a sending because that has seemed to work in the past, though no idea if that will work this time. And she would just say, "Hi, Justina, it's Mariah. We met in Alcatraz. You told me not to trust Navris. I'm need more information on that if you can provide."
Please make a religion check.
Oh, good. 10.
You send out this message, and maybe you're on the balcony. We hear like an MLE siren in the distance, and you wait, but it seems that Justina is
Busy.
a little busy to answer your sending.
She'll just leave it at that.
B, what are you doing?
B is doing a few things. First, she wants to go work at Jerome's throughout the week.
Go ahead and roll 5d6.
11.
and then multiply that by 5, so 55. So
Mhm.
you get a gold and 5 silver.
Thank you. Okay.
Or not a gold, sorry, 5 gold and 5 silver.
Thank you.
Yeah, and as you're working, has B like between sessions gone to work for him, or is this kind of like showing up after a long time?
She's been, the last time I mentioned her working was a while ago, but whenever there's a break, she would be there. But I would assume within the last few, like the last week or two, she probably hasn't been because she's been so overwhelmed and just so tired from everything. So
Okay.
she'll probably show up and she'll be like, "Hey, Jerome, that car that you gave me a long time ago was a really good car. Thanks for that."
Yeah, no problem, kid. Is it taking good care of you?
Yeah, it has.
Weird. I saw you walking to work today. They figured you'd take your car or something.
It took really good care of me and my friends. But I think it was I destroyed it.
You destroyed your car? What?
I mean, I didn't destroy it, but it was on an airship and the airship crashed.
He looks up at the TV in the corner of the news of the night before, and he says, "You don't say. That have anything to do with it?"
Yeah, something happened and my car ended up on that airship and it crashed.
He nods and like gets down to your level and like, Kid, you don't have to work today after that. That's crazy. Are you okay?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. It's just a car. I can get a new one. Do you have?
I heard there was a shootout after all of that. It's crazy.
Yeah, crazy. No, I'm good. I'm just gonna save up for another car. Unless you have a junker that I can take.
Not the junkers, but fact is, do they run? I
Do
don't
you have
think that'd
another
be
junker?
if you see a junker you like and you can get it running. And yeah, he's looking up at the screen, kind of in awe of what you did, and he says, You get it running, you take it home. I'm sorry about your car, kid.
It could have been worse.
Yeah, you fell out of the fucking sky. Oh, excuse me, I forgot your kid shouldn't probably say stuff like that.
Wow. Do I get a raise?
You're getting a car from me, kid.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you sure you're good to work? Like,
Oh, I'm fine. I'm just
well,
really stressed, but I'm fine.
also,
It's like when you're really anxious and stressed, and it's kind of like you get used to the level you're at, and then you like kind of get a threshold going. And then, like, it's like the amount of stress and anxiety that you can handle just kind of increases.
yeah, I get it.
That's like kind of where I'm at right now. It's like it just keeps building. But I can handle it because I'm almost an adult. I'm gonna go find a junker and well, I gotta work first. I'll work and then I'll take one home.
Sounds good. And hey, next time you see your friends, give them my thanks again. Because entirely sure what happened with that whole speechless thing, but yeah, I'm glad I didn't die.
Oh, well, Speechless is actually good. She like doesn't actually kill people, she fakes people's deaths.
Oh.
So yeah, Layla's really cool. She would have it would have just been a really big magic trick, but we didn't know that at the time. So just to release some of your anxiety in case you think like your life is still in danger.
I'm glad to hear I didn't almost die that day, despite how it looked, but still, I think your friends are good people.
Yeah, they're really great. Yeah, so she's going to work there the whole week. And then she's going to get a car. What kind of cars does he have? Honestly, is there a red Jeep?
Make a roll a d20. If it's above 12, there's a red Jeep.
God. 1. Oh,
No.
it's a 4.
You're asking around for a red Jeep, and he's like pulling the tarp over a red Jeep. He's like, nope, no red Jeeps. Sorry, kid.
Aw.
Fresh out of those. And he like leans against it with his hand on his hip.
Boo. So what do I end up with?
What do you want besides a red Jeep? Like, do you want a bug? Do you
I
want
need
a
a car
pickup
that
truck?
people can. I need a car that people can fit in. What's another good car?
There's like what is it? Like a maintenance van?
I do not want a fucking maintenance van. Ethan, what kind of car should I get?
I can see B driving like a bug.
Oh my god, but not everybody can fit in that.
Oh,
Can
what about?
oh, wait.
Okay, yeah.
Are there convertible bugs? There are
Yeah,
convertible
yeah.
Oh
bugs.
yeah, they're
There's-
convertible bugs.
Okay.
Or actually not convertible because just the roof is missing.
Okay.
Or
Getting
you get like a beach
a-
buggy. Like
You
buggies
could
for
get
like
a
very
dune
like
buggy, yeah.
Okay.
yeah, those things are very customizable too.
I find a dune buggy.
That's
Okay.
just like a Jeep, but
Yeah, but it's made with like a buggy engine.
I want to
Or a
be
bug
like
engine.
some of the beginner cars in Jack 3.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Nice. As you're picking out your new car, a horse with no name starts playing on the radio, and Jerome is not an. Oh, I love this song. It's a good song.
He starts crying.
my God.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a tinkering check at advantage to see if you can get this car running.
Please. A 13.
It's gonna take you. The car requires a lot of work. You
Mhm.
will be able to get it to run eventually, just not right now.
Okay, B will probably come back every day after work to work on it.
Yeah, it'll be a
Or
work in
she'll
progress.
after work she will work on it. Okay, so her days for this 5 days are she'll go to Jerome's, she'll get off from Jerome's, she'll work on the car, she'll go home, she'll hang out with her dad, and then she'll go practice for the BattleBot tournament for the finals. And somewhere in between this all, she's like figuring out like new infusements, maybe while she's like working on stuff for Battlebee for the tournament. And then she's also, I think the first night she's home, she's just like, Dad, I gotta talk to you about something.
Yeah, kid. What is it? What can I
When
do
do
for
you
you?
go? When do you go grocery shopping?
Well, I
You
normally
going
go.
soon?
Yeah, I try to get up really early. Some nights I just don't go to sleep, and go to sleep after grocery shopping. Why? But you want me to pick you up something, or?
Yeah. I need you to get me a condolence card.
Oh, condolence card.
Yeah.
Everything okay?
Yeah, my friend's friend died. Will you also get me one of those ordering forms for ice cream?
Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that, B. I know you're close to your friends. So.
Well, it's Marcus's friend, and I don't know. We kind of like watched him die.
His face pales immediately.
Yeah, I think I'm more okay than Marcus right now.
Well, you ever need someone to talk to, I'm here for you.
I know. Okay, so he'll go get the condolence card.
Yep.
Okay, he gets it, and she and her dad will write a nice little message to Marcus. And Bert will be like, well, how old's Marcus?
I'd say Marcus is somewhere like 33, 35-ish.
I think Bert's going to be like, hey, kid, in the card.
Mm-hmm.
And then just be like, you've taken really good care of my kid. And just wanted to let you know that we're here for you. And then B will put her little message. That'll just be like, hi, Marcus, just thinking of you. I hope you feel better. I ordered you this tub of ice cream. So what she did was she got that ice cream ordering form and she ordered him ice cream. She accidentally orders in bulk. So she orders mint chocolate chip ice cream and she meant to order like one unit. Well, she ordered one unit, but she didn't realize how much was in a unit because it was a bulk order and like a bulk form order and she didn't realize. So she ordered one unit, but in a unit, there's probably like 30 gallons or something.
Good.
So Marcus at some point in the week gets a card from B with that stuff in it. Oh, and then they invite him over for dinner. On like Friday night. So she mails this out on Monday and he'll get it like Tuesday, and the dinner is at like Friday at like 5:30. And then she'll on the card it's like, I ordered you like a tub of ice cream. You should be getting that soon.
How does Marcus respond to this?
Well, this puts things a little bit awkward because Marcus was gonna take like 2 or 3 days.
Oh no!
So like he was gonna leave his radio stone in his apartment, and he was going to just kind of take his car and go for a drive out.
Your dorm.
across the
Do you have a
country.
dorm? You don't have a doorman, do you?
No, I don't have
It's
a
a
doorman.
very sad picture.
Not
There's a
quite.
very sad picture
Well-
of the ice cream sitting outside Marcus's door, just melting
no.
away.
That is so fucking funny.
Oh, no.
So if this is the case, I think he needs to roll you ordered whatever the math is, you need to roll a dice to see how many make it, Marcus.
It's summer, Casey. None of
It's-
them make
yeah,
it.
it's summertime,
No,
man.
no, I need one to make it.
I just imagine that like Zephyr and Mariah go over with their pie and they're like, what the fuck?
What is that
Just ice
smell?
cream puddle.
Someone melt here?
I'm sure Marcus would probably leave like a note on the door or something like that. Like be back by Thursday or something like that, or Wednesday.
It doesn't take like just 2 days shipping
Yeah.
to get 50 pounds of ice cream to Marcus either. So it probably comes like next week. This is
Okay.
the 60s after all. Amazon
right.
Prime is not existing.
True.
You're
that is
right.
true.
Okay, yeah. Cool.
That
So-
sounds good.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I guess there's a scene of Mirai and Zephyr going up to Marcus's apartment and seeing the note saying that he's away for a couple of days. And as you guys like look at each other and maybe a little bit of concern, that's when we snap to Marcus to see what he's up to.
After spending some time at the bar that evening, he goes back home and he's sitting contemplating what he's trying to do. He decides he's going to go just kind of clear his mind, get out of city for a little bit. So probably Monday afternoon, he'll sleep as long as he can, and he'll get in his car. He'll head out towards kind of the countryside of the 10th Kingdom. Not really going anywhere in particular, just kind of driving out, thinking, kind of evaluating kind of what happened, trying to make peace with everything. He'd probably do that for a couple of days.
So yeah, we see you maybe like driving through the Badlands. The 10th Kingdom doesn't have any really fauna or any like nice greenery for miles, just due to the conflict of the Demon War. So yeah, we see you like driving maybe through the Badlands, the sun setting in the distance, and at some point you would get a message from Fiona asking you to come visit her at the estate.
I feel like he would definitely respond to her saying that he'll be there as soon as he can. And since he's this far out into the Badlands, he might try and find a certain tiefling's tent to get a fortune told.
Yeah, we see like it's come nighttime now, and your engine parks outside this charlatan's tent. Maybe the car's running. We see the exhaust pipe with the tent behind it cuts off, and you go up to the tent.
I don't think there's like a bell to ring, but he would
No.
call out for Diego, see if he's available.
Yeah, you see familiar face pop out of the tent, and yeah, he smiles at you. One of his teeth is a gold tooth, and he says, "Marcus, great to see you, my friend. Yes, come in.
It's great to see you too.
And what do I owe this pleasure?"
I was in the neighborhood. I'm open for a little bit of entertainment for the evening. I was wondering if you still had those tarot cards of yours.
He looks suspiciously to like left and right and holds his hand up to his mouth. Marcus, you know that's a scam, right? I don't actually read fortunes.
Just a little bit of entertainment for the evening. Am I wrong?
Yes, come in. And he like gestures inside. So yeah, he gestures inside and leads you to his table, sits behind the crystal ball and says, "Now tell me, what would you like to know?"
Oh, just the usual future prosperity, directions of love life, the whole 9 yards.
Yes, yes. No, give me your hands.
He'll lay his hands out, palms up. You'll see a little bit of dirt on them, fingernails a little bit dirty with some gunpowder residue. You'll probably see some slight irritation on his right hand from where powder may have fallen on it.
He like grabs your hands and closes his eyes and starts humming. Yes. Oh, very interesting. Yes. Well, you wanted to know about love, Marcus.
Of course, who doesn't want to know about love?
Well, I see a beautiful. He opens his eye and like looks at you, woman.
He nods.
Yeah, he nods. He says, "A beautiful woman." Yes, long flowing hair. I have a feeling this is someone you've met already.
Oh, do tell, do tell. Tell me of her
No,
eyes.
beautiful, sparkling. Yes, sparkling eyes. And I fear that if you do not make your move, it may be too late. So, time is of the essence, Marcus.
Wonderful, wonderful. Very descriptive. Thank you so much. And for the future prospects, do we see what the future holds?
Very, very murky thing, but yes, I'm seeing something. Something. He like opens his eye and looks at you. What is Marcus's demeanor right now?
Marcus is putting on a fairly showy smiling face. Like it's a bit over the top. Like he's not feeling great. This is purely kind of a moment where he's putting on this jovial look, and he may not be hiding it too well.
Could you make your choice of a could you make your choice of a performance or a deception check? Oh, that is so unfortunate. So he completely buys into your act and he says, "Yes, I see great things ahead of you, Marcus. It seems to be like it's all coming together, no?"
He makes a rather odd face, but he goes, "Yes, no, I think you're right. It's all coming together. All coming together."
Excellent. Yes. Just as I foresaw. And he'll reach under the table, pulling out a bottle of probably moonshine and two stolen convenience store shot glasses. Pours the moonshine and holds up a glass to the future.
To the future.
And he'll clink glasses with you and take the shot. Does not go down smooth at all. In fact, you might be worried it might make you go blind, but he sets the shot glass down on the table. Well,
There's a bit of fire to that one.
a little bit, yes. And of course, and he'll hold out his hand.
But of course. And he pulls out 5 copper pieces.
He looks so offended, but then smirks and says, "You honor me." And he'll take the copper pieces and tuck them away.
Let's say Marx will smirk at him and go, "We both know you're very good with your gold."
A little too good, I think, yes. It was wonderful seeing you again, Marcus, and give my regards to the others. I would very much like
course.
to see them again.
Oh, I'm sure I can arrange that.
Yeah, he'll give you a wink.
Excellent. Well, you have a wonderful evening. I will leave you in peace.
And he'll nod to you as you walk out.
So after this little moment, Marcus is probably going to head back into town. He has an idea that he wants to follow, and he's going to need to go to a tailor.
We see maybe Marcus, the camera's like across the street, and you stop outside of this tailor shop and walk in. Is it just a quick cut of we see Marcus walk out in new garb, or
No, this would be Marcus requesting a fitting, and then he's going to come back and pick up this outfit particularly.
I see.
Yes, and he's going to make probably another stop somewhere, perhaps across town, maybe in a different district, to try and get some headgear made for him.
Yeah, definitely. If it's mechanical in nature, there are plenty of tinkerers and armor makers hawking their wares.
This would
So
probably be a little more ornamental, a little more stylized. Probably two parts. One part to cover the face, one part to cover the top of the head. There might be a slight bit of gadgetry in there, but honestly, I don't know what that gadgetry might be yet.
You place this order. Since it's cosmetic, I'm not gonna like charge you actual gold. Yeah, you go into this sort of like metal shop place to have this helmet made for you.
Excellent. Yeah, so he'd probably find the proprietor and he'd describe the look of this mask, helmet. Overall, he'd look for kind of a worn-looking top hat-ish styled covering. Be want something more leather, not necessarily metal or metallic. The front, the mask would probably be a generic Commedia dell'arte mask with a little protrusion from the front.
There's definitely probably a place that blades go to have like designer things done for costumes and stuff to fit their aesthetic. I haven't thought of a place, but that is definitely a place you could go to have all this done.
That would be a place I'd be looking for.
Okay. So yeah, you place this order and they go over your suggestions and requirements and give you probably the end of the week to come pick it up.
All right, sounds good. Marcus would probably head over to Mr. Green's for a while. Yeah, listening casually to the radio, not necessarily looking for anything in particular, just listening in, seeing what's happening in the area. He might, after some time, try and contact Layla, see what she's been up to, see if there's anything that might need to be done.
Okay, so yeah, she sets a tentative date for you to meet up with you in the future.
Lovely.
And that leaves our last player. So Lorian has come back from a long mission, returning to the forge where Evandra and Anubis hang out. We see him open the door as Evandra is hard at work. And what does Lorian look like?
Well, in his time out there, he's definitely gotten a little more tan. His hair's gotten longer, tied back into a pretty good braid. Occasionally, it might be in a bun. And he is dressed in traveling clothes. There are like leathers and a big, I wouldn't call it a poncho. I hope you know what I mean. And on his back is a very large cloth wrapped scabbard with a old rusted hilt sticking out of the end. And he deep breath in and out, puts down his bag, and notices that one of his two friends is missing.
Immersed in her work, she looks up from whatever it is she's making. As she meets your gaze, you see she's reminded of something, and a look of anxiety comes over her face. Ah, Lorian, you're back. Welcome. Trust everything went all right.
Question: is it apparent that she is anxious?
I think so. You've you've been with Avandra long enough to kind of it is rare that she is thrown off by anything and isn't easily shaken.
He'll step in, put a hand on her shoulder. Yes, I'm very happy to be back. I found exactly what I was looking for. Tilt his head slightly. Is something wrong?
No, nothing's wrong. It's just, and yeah, her eyes dart to where Anubis's study is. She lets out a sigh. It's just Anubis took a little bit of a trip. I said he'd be back by now, which he's not.
You're rare of him to be late to things.
Indeed.
And are you sure he's okay?
I don't know. He didn't leave me any means of contacting him, and
Well, yeah, that's not my forte, finding missing people. Is everyone else okay? Everyone's still together, I hope.
How do you mean?
Well, hope no one died while I was away.
Well, I'd certainly hope not. Your friends did show up just a couple days back, though.
Maybe I should go ask them if they know anything.
It might be worth looking into, but I trust you got it. And she looks at your back.
You'll also look back there for a second. Oh, well, were you curious?
Well, I know a little bit about what Novus sends you off to do. I'm not completely in the dark.
Well, it was a little bit hard to find, all the scraps. Put his hand back and draw it out with two hands. And it looks like a regular greatsword that has been shattered apart, and only a few fragments are left. But in between those is like a patchwork of golden glow. I forgot what the technique is called when like Japanese helmets are like fused back together and inlaid with gold to put it together. Kind of like that.
Yeah, and you see Evandra's eyes sparkle. Well, that looks like it needs a bit of repairing, don't it?
Well, I don't know if metal will make it any better. It's he'll pat the side of the blade tenderly, like it's a big cat. Grandfather put his essence in this, and I don't want to cover him up, if you know what I mean.
I do.
Well, I haven't gotten to use it yet, but knowing the city, there's probably someone running around that could use a good smacking.
Oh, I'm sure there is. So you look down and you realize this isn't something of Evandra's normal work. This requires a lot more intricate smithing techniques. You see, she's actually having to use like a small magnifying glass to make some of the devices work. But you see on her workstation a larger than average organic claw with a metal brace at its base and two needle-like drills extending off of its end. You can see that from the work required, cracks have formed on the claw, though it seems to have retained the majority of its integrity.
Lauren would know that B likes to work with the small things.
Mm-hmm.
Did B ask you to make this? And he'll wave his hand at the cloth thingy.
No, Anubis did. He said Marcus might have been interested in it. I'm not really sure what he plans to do with it, but
Well,
she gestures at the notebook with Anubis's explicit instructions of how to craft it, and she shrugs. Looks a little ghastly, if you ask me, but
not knowing him, he'd want to put it on the end of his gun. I don't know if that would work.
no, this doesn't seem like something like that. This is much different, I think.
Well, if I find him, I can tell him about it, unless he already knows about it.
I think Anubis was planning to give it to him himself, but perhaps it's a good idea to have him come over and take a look at it.
Ooh, maybe it can be a big surprise. I can pose as a suit of armor and see if they notice me.
I like that idea. So you are going to pick up the age-old sending stone that you have with the party.
Yes.
Let's break from that moment for just a little bit. Marcus, would you have gone to see Fiona after you had gone to the Badlands and gotten all
Yes.
your suit done?
Yes, I would have.
So yeah, we see Lorian reaching for the radio stone, and the scene fades and transitions to Marcus as you're riding or driving your car through the greenery that is the estates, and you see the iconic wrought iron gate that is the Charleston estate with the signature C in the center. The gatekeeper recognizes you, gives you a nod, opens the gates, and the C splits in two as you are allowed entrance.
Feels bittersweet going back through these gates again.
You pass all of the shrubbery and statues until you get to the estate itself, and you see Fiona standing there waiting for you. And she nods to you.
He nods back.
Marcus, it's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
As you get closer, you can see she is visibly exhausted and downcast. She brightened up a little bit when you arrived, but there are still obvious tracks down her cheeks from where she has been crying.
Looks like we're feeling about the same, aren't we?
And quickly she wipes her eyes and she says, well, it's just a lot to handle with my father being where he is and having to deal with the affairs while he's gone. So perhaps this would be best if we talked in the office.
Probably a wise idea.
So she leads you through the estate to the office and she says, well, I wanted to honor the contract I had with you and Klaus. I tried to reach him, but he didn't seem to respond. And though I'm loath to have my father in prison, the weapons were kept off the streets. So the core of what I wanted was achieved.
Yes. Well, you probably won't be hearing from Klaus anymore. After the ship went down, he was lost body and soul in the fight afterwards.
Her eyes widen in shock, and she stands there for a moment and shakes her head. You considered asking the Church of Harain for assistance. I mean, it wouldn't be cheap, but I would be more than happy to help.
Marcus produces the bishop from his pocket and says, this is all that's left. But if you're willing to try and resurrect him, I'll give it a go.
I think that's only appropriate. Well, considering you work closely with him, I think you should at least take the amount that was due. And you will see she walks over to a desk and grabs a small ornate wooden box that, when she opens it, glows with the familiar golden color of money, inside of which is 25,000 gold, and then a little extra as a bonus for the appreciation of everything you've done. And yeah, she closes the box and sets it on the table. This would, of course, exclude the cost of the bringing Klaus or Crow back. I can handle that bit.
Your contract was with Crow. Yeah, if you're intent on bringing him back, we can go that route. If you feel like this box is supposed to be in my hands, we can do that after he comes back.
Could you have Marcus make a quick, it would be either Arcana or Religion.
Arcana, sure. 8.
Okay. So I don't think he would put it together. But yeah, she nods and she says, "Well, if we can bring him back, then yeah, I agree. He should have this."
Let me know what the church says and what I can do to help in the process. But he takes the bishop off the table and puts it back in his pocket.
And she nods. There is so much work to be done, and I'm just wrestling with the idea of what to do with this workshop. I don't know whether to destroy everything or to just lock the door forever.
Well, if you're looking for someone to go through it and perhaps even take over it so it doesn't go into disuse, I'd be happy to occupy it for a while.
She nods, and while I find solace in knowing the fact that those guns won't be trafficked anymore from this estate, I'm still amazed at his creations. I would hate to see them go to waste. Maybe if you wanted to look in the workshop, find something, just one thing to take, I think I could rest easier knowing that.
Okay.
Yeah, she leads you down to a small section of the estate that has these rickety stairs. It almost looks like this was not intended as part of the estate to begin with and was added on at a later point. But it descends into a small cellar with sort of like dirt packed walls and just wooden supports holding it up. She reaches up, pulls the chain of this light that turns on, and you see inside the cluttered interior of this workshop filled with unfinished gadgets and innovative firearms. Maybe you walk past a couple of things and you see designs for things such as adamantine bullets designed specifically to damage structures, and also special bullets that fragment and explode at the point of impact. But lastly, you see the designs in several iterations of the prototypes for the arcane disruptor.
Okay. With these prototypes, without these prototypes available to anybody else, they likely could not reverse engineer them from the ones that exist, right?
So all of Philip's notes are there. It would be very easy to, given the amount of work that Philip has done on these, you see that these are just like basic prototypes where the main functionality is there, but maybe they're not as powerful or they're not as refined as the finished product.
Okay.
So they are all functioning.
Marcus would turn to Fiona. I'd hate to have all this knowledge lost. May I take his notes about this arcane disruptor, as well as any prototypes he has?
She nods.
And how about those fragmentation bullets? Because those look really nice.
She laughs for like the first time, and yeah, kind of echoes in this room. She smiles and nods. I said one thing, Marcus, but fine.
Thank you.
And as you grab the papers, shifting them, you will see underneath, among the pages, is an incredibly ancient looking page, torn and with pieces missing, and protected by a magical laminate with a familiar symbol in the top right hand corner.
Oh. Where did you find this? And he would gesture at the piece of paper with the laminate on it.
Yeah, so she gets a curious look and walks over, looks at it, and gestures. May I see it?
Sure, he'd pass it over.
Yeah, so she holds it, and though you can't read any of the words on it, you can see the rough sketch of what someone's brain would look like, with a very specific part of the brain circled and sort of like zoomed in on another piece of the page. She looks over it and just shakes her head. Well, it's not in any language I know. She coughs and then says an arcane word as she holds up a magnifying glass, one that would be used for very, very intricate tools work, kind of like one a jeweler would use. And she begins looking over it. There's a bit of magic coming from this, and we see through her eyes the focus on the symbol. The magnifying glass zooms in, and of one of the shapes that makes up this embedded symbol, we see one of the shapes has an embedded sequence of arcane sigils. And yeah, she kind of like blinks a couple of times and she says, "There's something written on the symbol."
Can you make it out?
I will have to have her make an Arcana check. DC for this is 15. Nope. She can't quite get it. But yeah, she looks at it and she says, "No, I can't quite. It's nothing recognizable to me, but it's odd that it would be placed there."
That's all right. Don't feel bad about it. I've been finding a lot of these ancient papers lying around. So far, very few people seem to understand them. I'll see what I can do to translate this, and if you're interested, I'll come back and let you know what it says.
And yeah, she nods and lets you take some of the notes on the fragmentation bullets. But yeah, she will lead you to the estate, and I'll let you know how I do with our friend.
Sounds like a plan. One more question before I leave. Did you notice your father speaking with anyone about these weapons? Besides me, of course.
There was this weird mage-looking fellow. He had this beautiful-looking silk blue robe, but I just assumed he was my father's contact.
Would Marcus be able to put two and two together that the
Oh, yeah.
blue... Okay. Fiona, I don't mean to alarm you, but that's the man that killed Crow the other night. I don't know how to describe it, but when we confronted your father on his airship, he seemed very different. Like his eyes were so distant. They were glowing blue, right? For that moment in time, they were glowing blue?
Whenever he took damage, they would flash blue.
Got it. Okay. Whenever we would hit him, there would be like a flash of blue light in his eyes, which is, never really his style. Does that mean anything to you?
Yeah, she thinks about it and shakes her head. No, he was of right mind when he left the estate, albeit a little agitated at what I had told him.
No doubt, but he definitely loves you. He loves your mother. You should go to him, see what happened, because whenever we saw him, he was no longer in his right mind. So something happened between when you saw him and when I saw him. And I feel like you might be able to get the answer out of him.
I've been having a limited amount of communication with him between the MLE and I'm supposed to visit him later today, but I'll tell him what you said.
Has he told you anything yet?
He doesn't remember much of what happened that night. Only that he remembers getting on the airship and then being in the custody of the MLE.
Wow. There's definitely some points between those two memories that he's not going to want to remember. Thank you.
And as you're getting ready to leave, we'll see Fiona go to say something, but close her mouth as she lowers her hand and watches you get in your car. And you drive away.
With this new page, Marcus is likely to drive over to Anubis's place to try and see if he has any insight into it.
So across the entire campaign, you guys have acquired 4 of those pages. So far, you guys have gotten 4 papers of similar kind. First one was for the creation of homunculus. Second one was for the arcane configuration used for trapping someone's soul. The third one was power word kill, and now the fourth one is, though you haven't been able to read it yet, Mike. It is how Philip learned how to disable someone's Magnus lobe. Would Marcus have gone? So I'm assuming he's been gone for quite some time. Has he gone back to his apartment at any time to like pick up his radio stone?
He probably would have gone from the Badlands over to Fiona. He'd probably go back to his apartment to pick up a radio stone before going over to Anubis's place.
Okay.
I think this would probably be Wednesday night, Thursday.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. And based on the mail service, I feel like I should get the card by then.
Yes.
So Marcus would probably stop by B's place first on the way over to see Anubis.
B, you have a visitor. Marcus comes to visit your house. Upon seeing you, Marcus, Bert, he like yells to B, your friend's here, and then he'll like up nod you. Hey, Marcus.
Oh my god.
Hi, Bert. How you doing?
Dad, you're so embarrassing. Stop.
What? He's your friend, right?
Stop. Okay, you're right. Yeah. So up nod.
Yeah, Marcus up nods back.
Friday already?
Thursday, I thought.
Yeah, Thursday.
Right okay. Now. Oh, are you gonna come for dinner tomorrow?
Sure, I'd be happy to.
Okay, so you got my card?
Yes, that's why I'm here.
Oh, I told you. I mean, oh, did I get the date wrong?
No. I just want to stop by and say thank you.
Oh. Yeah. Dad, do you want to give it to him now?
Yeah. What? I think that's a great idea, B.
Okay, I'll go get it. Marcus, you can come in.
Marcus eyes back and forth between the two of you.
He has to close his eyes, though, right? I'll lead him in.
Oh my god.
I'm getting worried.
Grabs your hand and leads you into the house. You have to duck because it's a gnome house.
Oh, yikes.
Am I wearing Bert as a backpack at this point?
Essentially, yeah.
But
yeah, he like leads you in. He's like, keep your eyes covered. It's a surprise.
All right.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
I'm sorry, I'll be right back too.
Wait, both of you?
Eating popcorn, but I didn't think you would get to me being needed so soon.
Just put it on pause for right now.
Pause.
Sorry, I'm back.
Yeah, Bert is covering your eyes or making sure you're covering your own eyes and saying, just wait right here. She's going to get it. You're gonna love it. I promise you.
Okay.
And B?
Yeah, she'll go get it. It's it's in their garage on their work table. And she'll come in and she'll stand in front of Marcus and she'll hold her hands out and she'll wait for him to open his eyes.
Marcus opens his eyes.
Okay, so in B's hands, it's like 6 by 6 inches. It's in this like really kind of small gray box. It's taped together. It looks like they just kind of like makeshift made this box at the last second. And it's wrapped in caution tape, like as a bow.
I love it. It's beautiful. It's perfect.
Here, we wanted to get you something because we know you've been feeling down. I mean, I would feel down too. We just hope this makes you feel better.
Thank you, B. He'd take the package.
Bert is looking at you with anticipation. Well, open it.
Y'all are freaking me out a little bit. All right, I'll open it.
You have to open it before it suffocates.
Jesus Christ, B, what have you done?
Bert
And he
gives
quickly.
Bert gives you a concerned look, B. Wait, what? But
He's
yeah,
just like, shh.
You open it. Casey, would you like to explain what it is?
Okay, so let me pull up. The way that this is, it's kind of like, you know how you have one of those multi-purpose tools that has multiple things on it. So it has like the clippers, it has like, sometimes it can have a nail filer on it. There's a knife, there's scissors, that kind of, you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like that, but it's like kind of, it's purple and it's chunky. It has like different gadgets you can move out from it. And basically what it does is it acts as a modification for your gun. So you could put it on your gun and it will give you another modification, like a basic modification slot.
Oh, that's cool.
So, because I know your advanced modifications, I think use 2 slots.
Yeah.
So you would get a 3rd slot. I think you get 3 modifications on a gun. I don't know how guns work.
This is an advanced modification that is basically, I guess, called multi-purpose, and it increases your amount of modification slots by 3. So it uses
never mind.
It uses 2 of those slots, but it gives you an extra one, if that makes
Got it.
sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We wanted to just make you something.
That's amazing. Thank you, B. How did you come up with this?
B looks and you'll watch her kind of like awkwardly move to the side and kind of like try to hide like a bullet hole in their wall.
She did it mostly by herself. I gave her some suggestions, but most of it was her.
Guns are hard.
You are brilliant and reckless and amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. Are you gonna still come for dinner tomorrow?
Oh, hell yes.
Okay, my dad is making casserole, but I don't know. He might make tacos.
Okay. Well, let me know which one's which. I'll bring a pairing.
Okay. I didn't want to put this in my letter because I didn't know how you feel, but do you want me to, are you okay to see everyone else if they come?
Oh yeah, that's totally fine.
Okay, well, I just wanted to make sure I didn't want to overwhelm you and make you overwhelmed.
I mean, as long as we're having dinner as friends, we should be fine. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We'll see you tomorrow at 5:30.
Thank you.
Okay. And then when you go to leave, B is, because this is Thursday, so it's obviously the last second, and B doesn't really know plans, like how often or how soon in advance Zephyr and Mirai make plans. So she'll get on the radio stuff. I hope everyone is okay. I know it's been a wild time, but there's gonna be a taco party at my house tomorrow at 5:30. I'll see you all there. I hope you can come.
Oh, hey, B, taco party?
Taco party
5:30.
at my dad's at 5:30.
I think Zephyr and I can probably make that. I don't think we had anything else planned.
Can you hand the radio stone to Zephyr, please?
I sure can.
Thank you.
She will hand the radio stone to Zephyr.
Oh,
Hi.
hey.
Come to my taco party.
Okay. I can do that.
Okay, thank you.
Just to put this in a scene, yeah, we see Marcus walking out of the same house as B picks up the radio stone, and the screen splits and follows Marcus while it stays on B. B, you call up Mirai and Zephyr, and the screen splits again. And it splits a 4th way, as this is right when, Lorian, you were picking up the radio stone to talk to everyone.
All right, I'm gonna do like the best Irish accent I can, and I'm gonna do a deception check.
Oh no! All right, go.
Wait, I can't.
You can't do it. That's okay.
Not in real life, but I'm gonna decept.
Are you trying to
thinking-
imitate Evandra?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Okay.
The 19 deception.
What do I roll for that?
Yeah. What?
Insight.
It'd be insight. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will as well.
I got a
Sure, yeah.
15. I 100% think this is Evandra.
Oh yes.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Zephyr,
Come on,
it's
roll 'em.
up to you.
All right.
Oh my
No.
god,
no.
whoa. Wow, a
Oh.
21 and then a nat 1 on the other side.
Dang it.
Yeah.
So Zephyr, you're the only. First off, what does quote unquote Evandra say?
She's probably saying, like, "Oh, come back to the shop. I got something cool I want to show you."
Yeah, you guys hear.
Hey everyone, I just found Lorian's radio stone, so if you wouldn't mind popping down to the shop, I've got something pleasant to show you all.
And Zephyr, you're the only one that thinks something's up.
You probably indicate this to Mariah, like, that's not Evandra.
Not? Like, hand it back, hand it back. When he hands back the radio to Mariah, is like, who is this?
Deception again.
Keep it based off of your last deception and everyone else. Yeah, Mariah, it still sounds like Evandra to you.
It sounds like her to me, though, Zephyr. Like, it's not. Zephyr says it's not Evandra, though.
Oh, just call me out by name. All right.
Who else would have said that, Zephyr? You're the only one over there. Unless it's your neighbor. Your neighbor, I don't know, he kind of seemed like a jerk.
The one that is always talking about the grills. Yeah.
Okay, look, Dave has some less than A tier opinions on grilling. Okay.
C tier, definitely.
Less than A tier.
Just for point of reference, the screens are still split, and Marcus, I'm assuming, is just like driving his car with the radio stone in the passenger seat.
Amazing.
On his way to Evandra's forge.
Yep. What the hell's going on here?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I might go if it's. I don't know. Even if I go see Evandra, it's not. Do you think something's wrong? What if this is not? What if something's happening? What if Evandra?
What if she's under a spell like Philip?
Yeah, do you think we should go check on her? Listen here, imposter. You freak.
Very sus.
You sound so much like her.
Me. Still saying it in Evandra's accent.
Okay, I'm gonna go check on Evandra.
Okay, B, will you just come pick Zephyr and I up because we don't have a car still?
Yeah, I got a dune buggy.
That's definitely an interesting choice.
I don't know a name yet.
Well, we when you get here, we can name it or something.
Okay, it's a 4-seater, but it also has an iron frame, so some people can hang off the sides too.
Yeah, definitely Bert has like wedged himself into the frame, and he's like, you didn't like my idea of Battle Bug? Come on, B, it's a good name.
That's a good name.
What's the name? I do.
Yeah, that's a pretty good name.
I do like that name. Yeah. Battle Bug?
That's cute.
Wow. Dad, you're so cool.
Listen, B, I gotta go get dressed if we're gonna go over to Evandra's. I gotta like freshen up or whatever. So, see you soon. Call Halo.
Zephyr, get your guns.
Yeah, Zephyr, get your guns.
Yeah, I don't know what you did to. We don't know what you did to her.
I'm gonna bring
But
mine.
if we find you, we will end you.
We will mess
Zephyr's
you up.
a detective. He knows these things, you know?
The screen splits again, and Halo comes into the frame.
Listen, we don't know who you are, but if you have done anything to Evandra, you messed with the wrong people. Got it?
There's a
that
picture of Lorian just like shaking with the radio stone in his hand. He just puts it down.
Wow, that was really aggressive, Halo. Good job.
I'll meet you guys at the forge, okay?
Yeah, Mariah's already hung up.
Okay.
Okay. Also, Halo, before you go, taco party at my house tomorrow at 5:30.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
If it's
Maybe
okay.
we
If you
shouldn't
want,
discuss our party plans if this channel isn't safe anymore.
this person doesn't know where my. Okay, I'll tell you later. He hangs up.
Yeah, the screens one by one like close. I'm assuming Lorian is dying, laughing in the final screen. Yeah, in all dramatic fashion, behind Lorian, we see someone, or we hear someone knocking on the door as Marcus arrives.
Hello, Vendra, Nubus, anyone?
I'm going to stand behind the door and spookily open it from the backside, so I can jump out with a surprise.
Okay.
You're gonna
Listen to me
surprise
killed.
the gunslinger. Great idea. All right.
Or should I be making a stealth check for this?
Sure, yeah, make a stealth check. Why not?
Oh, good. I have no bonus on this.
I'm gonna make an investigation check.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Let's go.
Pretty good.
Oh my
I'm let's
god.
go.
All right. Well, let's see how this goes.
Oh
Fuck
no.
my life.
Oh no. Yeah, so
Oh.
there are very like obvious like big metal like mud prints that lead behind the door, but you know, Marcus, you're looking into this dimly lit interior, and we see it with the door behind you as you walk in, and Lorian, maybe he's like eyes are glowing, and he like shuts the door behind you.
Seeing as I don't know anyone's here, I'll have my pistol in hand.
He just jumps out. Are you gonna shoot him? I won't be mad if you do. It would make sense.
Just so I'm clear, Lorian is lunging at Marcus.
He's not like to grab him, it's like just hands out, like, wow, surprise. But it could definitely be assumed that he was trying to grapple him.
And just so I'm clear, you close the door to the only source of light in the room, with the exception of your eyes.
Yep. Roll the hit, my friend.
God damn it.
Lorian's not wearing his hero's armor right now, right?
No.
No.
So AC 10.
Oh
even
no. Oh, I mean, I would imagine I'm at disadvantage because it's dark, but
Yeah, go ahead and make your attack.
God damn it. Honestly, it'd probably be a pistol shot and Vera at the same time. So, pistol and
Okay.
Vera.
Oh, my
Oop.
chest. All right, how much damage? Oh my god.
22.
That's 22 damage.
We get a quick scene or shot from outside of the forge. We hear just like surprise, and then see in the window 2 flashes.
The other guy's throwing up in time to see Lorian's body like smack against the glass.
But after the hysterics have died down, Marcus, you see you've shot Lorian, your friend.
God damn it, Lorian.
You shot
Great
me.
to see you. You tried to attack me.
You don't shoot people randomly. I mean, I guess I did scare you well. Oh, he's gonna use lay on hands to heal the 22.
Okay.
He'll holster his pistol, and he'll leave Vera's kind of floating there going, what the hell, man? When did you get back?
Oh, it was just today. I wanted them to say a big surprise. I'm really surprised that you all thought I was a Vander, and then I did get a little scared when you said you were going to come and kill me. But then you actually did. And then you shot me.
I didn't say I was going to kill you. That was Halo. And
oh, well, he's not as dangerous.
Oh, I don't know about that, my friend.
Oh. Well, it's very good to see you. He, like, shake his hand.
Oh, most definitely. Shake his hand. Welcome back.
So,
we should probably
nice gun.
not surprise the others.
Yeah. Especially if the other ones are going to blast me, too.
Well, after the weekend we just had,
What happened?
we might be a little bit jumpy. Oh, you know, we hopped an airship, crashed it in the middle of nowhere, got into a big brawl with some raiders. One of us almost died when we killed a mage. That was fun.
Oh.
Yeah, good times.
You guys hear from the back. Lorian, can I come out now? This is getting a little old here.
Yes, Evander, you can come out now.
Okay, so she walks from the back of the shop, flicks on the lights, and gives you an up nod, Marcus. Hey.
Hey. Sees the 2 gunshot holes in his chest.
Yeah, she looks at Lorian and she says, well, at least he didn't get him on the armor. You know, you really do some damage on that thing.
You don't care that he shot me?
You're tough. You can handle it.
Oh, whatever.
You're still standing. You're fine.
That was a little funny.
But eventually, B, Zephyr, and Mirai, you guys arrive outside Avandris Forge. See the lights are on. Don't hear anything.
B stops the car and is gonna turn around and be like, "What do we do?"
All right, we're gonna stack up on the door. Then on the count of 3, we're gonna kick it down. All rush inside.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay. B gets out her hand cannon or her blunderbuss, and then we'll have Battlebee with us.
B like rolls the hand cannon back and it like cocks, but she still can't fire it on her own. But yeah, that's what happens.
Oh wait, I think I can make us invisible if you guys want.
That would be fun.
I think B.
How
That'd be
many of
fun.
us?
Oh, any of us that if you guys just stand next to me, she like pulls out her sword, Knight's Edge. And it's like you guys are willing.
Even Battlebee?
It says any willing creature. Even Battlebee.
Battlebee.
Yep, constructs are still creatures.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, even Battlebee.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. She pulls out the Knight's Edge. Everybody stands within 5 feet of her, and she makes them invisible.
Oh yeah.
Also, a like sort of dampening aura surrounds you as you cancel out the sound you guys make, and you go up to the door.
I let Zephyr take lead on this because I think he's overall much sneakier than me. And I also sheath the sword because, as we discussed last time, I don't have to have it out the whole time after I've made us invisible.
Yeah, that's fine.
Zephyr does like hand signals that no one else can see.
We are invisible.
Yes, you guys can't see each other either.
And he will slowly open the door.
Okay.
Slowly move in.
So we see the doorknob slowly turn as Lorian and Marcus are chatting away as Evandra goes back over to her work, and the door slowly opens, and you guys feel the breeze from outside, and all of you guys see Marcus talking to a familiar stranger.
Marcus, but look, did you do that?
Yeah, man, I totally did that. I just used my mind to just right open the door for you.
Wow, that's so
No,
cool.
I
Did you
didn't
learn
do
that while I was
anything.
gone?
Oh my god.
You can't just say that. I trusted you, man.
So
Yeah, I
what
trusted
is
you,
our,
and I got you shot.
what do our invisibles do as they come in?
Lorian feels something gripping one of his legs, like just latched.
Oh my god.
Marcus, there's a ghost on me. You just reach for the sword.
And we muffled? Is that what you said?
We were
Stephanie?
muffled.
B is screaming. She's like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, it does. It no way cancels out like screaming.
It just muffles the
Yeah.
sound within 5. Well, it
Oh,
muffles
okay.
the sound within 5 feet of me. So as soon as you leave my 5-foot radius,
Okay, I'm
you
not
are
invisible.
gone.
Okay, so I guess I'm not invisible.
No, you
No,
are
you're still
invisible.
Oh, I
invisible.
am.
But you're not muffled.
Okay, so you just this something is just latched to your leg, screaming, "Oh my god!"
I'm gonna do athletics to get you off of me because Lorian is very scared.
Wow,
I
people are
did
getting shot.
23.
Oh my god, you hit me! How
I
much
think
damage?
to
took
make
you
it.
off.
No,
I
I'm not
think
trying to
make
hit
it
you.
acrobatics.
I'm just trying to grab you. Yeah, acrobatics or athletics. I'm just trying to grab you. Trying to figure out what's going on.
Acrobatics or athletics?
Yes, it's a grapple.
Fantastic.
Oh, I got a 10.
Ooh.
Of course.
Scoop you underneath the old armpits like before.
Oh my god.
Like you feel him like tapping to the front of your face. Who's there?
I
you, ghost.
didn't know you were gonna be here. Are you the freak?
Freak? It was
Aw.
a joke. I didn't know my accent was that good.
I know.
Is that you, B? You like shake the invisible thing.
Yes.
Oh, you've learned invisibility magic. That's so cool.
Yes.
Are you visible forever?
Yes.
That is.
I don't know
cool.
how long I'm invisible.
For 1 minute.
Does Mirai scream say that?
She does, but she also just casts Mage Hand, so the invisibility drops on herself. So
Okay. B will hug Lorian.
Yes, big hug. Very nice.
She's got that like.
Hands up, body snatchers.
No, Zephyr.
Oh, we're not going with that. Okay.
No, I don't think that he's a body snatcher.
He flawlessly mimicked Evandra's speech pattern.
True.
That was pretty good.
That was really good.
It was
Almost like
really
the
good.
DM
Thank
did
you.
that.
Are you Lorian? B will like look at you. So first of all, she's been crying, and it's like that really like generic kid cry where they're like really watery and their nose is running.
Oh,
And she like is like, "Are you even Lorian?" And then she'll go and like open your eyelids.
yes, yes. Ah, you poke him in the eye. Ouch.
I don't know. This is probably him, Marcus.
Mhm.
Did you shoot him?
Yeah.
Wait,
He
I
got
can
me.
I can fix this. Mariah just looks over and casts a spell magic on Lorian.
I don't think anything happens.
I think it's Lorian.
It's me.
Yeah, B will just go back to hugging Lorian.
Randall hug.
Battle B will be up against your legs like a cat.
Very good to be back. I'm glad everyone's okay. I heard about an airship exploding.
Ooh, yeah.
I think everyone's okay.
Yep. Yeah. Mariah just kind of like side eyes over to Marcus a little bit and is like, you know, 4 blades, kind of what we do, right?
Well, let me like forgo more than reach over to Evandra and hushly ask her if it's ready.
Yeah, she nods. Yeah, it's
You'll-
but this I can wait. You guys are catching up. You haven't seen your friends in a while, Lorian.
Well, it'll be fun. I like giving stuff away.
Well, you're to give away now. She puts her
Well,
hands on her hips.
no. Of course, you made it. It's excellent craftsmanship. Excellent. Well, of course, if you want to give it to him, I have no qualms.
All right, Marcus, something for you. Anubis wanted me to make it for you,
What?
and she'll gesture to her workstation, where you will see the same thing I described to Lorian. There is an object, a mechanical device that you would recognize is equipped with the claw of Donda.
He
And
would
you-
just stare at that for a moment and go,
You see 2 very menacing needle-like drills extending off of it.
I'm not sure what you have planned for this, and I'm not sure I like it. Where's Anubis?
That's the thing. He's not here right now.
Uh-huh.
He left to take care of something shortly after you guys left.
Oh, okay. Did he say when he'd get back?
He told me he'd be back before, and she looks at Lorian. Before Lorian came back, and he hasn't come back yet.
So he's overdue. Okay.
I guess you could say that.
Marcus would quickly look to the rest of the group. So I found a thing, and I kind of need to get Anubis's idea on this. And he would take the paper out of his jacket pocket and pass it over to Mirai and say, I found this in Phillips's workshop.
Is it written in Infernal like the one from Regenesis?
Yes,
Okay,
it is indeed.
I will cast Comprehend Languages.
Okay, so looking over it and sort of passing your hand over it, you would read that it describes the anatomy of the Magnus lobe, the part of the brain that's responsible for a person's ability to cast and manipulate magic. It also describes external forces that may dampen or restrict a person's ability to use magic, one of them being a particular pitch of sound waves created when a very high quality crystal is shattered.
Does it say what type of crystal?
No, it's non-specific. It's just the crystalline structure needs to be it needs to be a sizable enough gem. It doesn't matter what type, and then it also needs to be like pure, which is why the material component is so expensive to make it.
Yeah, Mariah will relay that information to Marcus, handing him the sheet back. It matches the other ones, though. It's like,
Yeah, it
Hmm.
does. Like somebody's been doing a lot of research on the mortal form, and they're finding all sorts of weaknesses.
how to create the mortal form out of thin air, how to take the soul out of the mortal form, how to kill the mortal form, how to dampen the magic of the mortal form. Could it be? Maybe. I'm not sure.
What are you thinking?
Well, it just seems that it's kind of some way to how to permanently kill someone,
Yeah.
right? Because that's what power vote or that spell does. It just it's gone. Okay, but how to make us? It's sort of like end the person, take the soul, place it in another being, and either enhance or dampen the magical abilities based off of that.
Yeah. Kind of a freaky thing.
Kind of a weird thing if you really think about it. Kind of skeeves me out, but it's all got that Flamel symbol, right? We know that's connected to him.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Fiona said there was some kind of like there's something else on like the sigil. She looked at it real close with like a magnifying glass.
Yeah, if Evandra definitely has those tools, the same ones that Fiona was using. So yeah, you can easily pick one up off of her workstation.
Cool. May I borrow this?
Yeah, she gestures.
Thank you.
By all means.
He'd walk over to Mariah and say, use this, focus in on this particular area, and he'd kind of point to where Fiona had pointed it out.
She will.
So no
Right.
check required because Mariah has seen these before. In fact, she's used this spell or the components for this spell. The part that makes up this shape is part of the sigil sequence for a teleportation circle.
That's part of a teleportation circle.
Part of?
It's part of a sigil for one. Can I look at the did we give Anubis all of the papers or just the power word kill one?
Only power word kill.
I have the
Yeah,
other two.
I believe so.
I'll take those out and I'll look in the same place.
Looking at the symbol, maybe this one was the first one you saw was on the outer circle. You look at another one of the pages. You find one on the triangle this time. It kind of makes up the line that composes the shape, and the only way you could see it is by looking at it with a magnifying glass. But yes, you see another piece of what seems to be a sigil sequence for a teleportation circle.
I should probably write these down.
Evandra, we need to know where Anubis' study is, and can you let me into it?
Yeah, of course. And she'll like lead you over to the study.
I would at this point be looking for that last parchment.
After a few moments of looking through this messy room, she like scratches her head. He took a couple of papers with him wherever he was going. I saw him package them in a parcel.
Could send him a message if you'd like me to.
Yes, magic communication does exist. Let's go ahead and send him a message.
I'll cast sending then to Anubis and just say, "Hey Anubis, it's Mirai at the forge with everyone looking for the spell paper Marcus gave you. Need it ASAP," which I'm assuming ASAP is just one word. Has a sigil for teleportation.
First thing I need you to do, I need
Yikes.
a percentile die. A percentile die roll. 1 through 5, your message is not delivered.
That would be the D100, correct?
Yep. So just don't roll. Yeah, 86, you're fine.
Okay.
Your message begins to go through, and moments after you start sending your message, you don't even get to finish. Your spell is cut off as you hear the growl of what sounds like an enraged wild animal. And your spell ends.
That is not good.
Yeah. Okay. So
hold on. Mirai's the only one that hears that.
Sorry,
Yeah.
that was me as a player saying that.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. Mirai just like
Well.
mouth open, just like, okay. So I have an update. She just does not look very pleased. I was like, well, I tried to send the message and it started going through, I think. And then all I heard was the growl of a very angry animal.
Yeah, this growl, like, you felt utter and total fear. And maybe like Lorraine is like standing next to you. You don't become afraid, but you feel like rocked to your core.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but it definitely
Well, we're
definitely
here, so you shouldn't be
me.
scared. I mean, if you want to be scared, that's okay.
Thank you. Yeah, definitely strange. I don't think he got it, or if he did, not good.
We talked to him about possibly using his domain to send that demon thing to. Did he said he hadn't been there in a really long time. But I don't recall if he ever said if like anything else was there. Like I would assume so, right? I kind of just pictured his domain as like an old house that just had a ton of spider webs.
You would know. So I feel like Anubis is the only god you guys have seen in their mortal form. And correct me if I'm wrong, but your maybe opinion of a god is not exactly what Anubis looked like. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Anubis had gone for quite some time outside of his domain. You're not sure how long, but it was a good long time.
Is there a way for us to figure out how to get there?
Marcus, I'm sure you know of one way.
I mean,
Okay,
Marcus
let's do
knows
that.
nothing about how this contraption is supposed to operate, but the only thing you can think of is that the last time he spoke with Anubis about it, he says it was likely not going to work out the way I wanted it to. Marcus will look at Evandra and say, "So what is this thing that Anubis had you build?"
I've got his notes right here, and she'll hand you his notebook. Go ahead and make a Arcana check, please.
Marcus would walk over to both Mirai and
Uh-huh.
B and just kind of sit down saying, "All right, so anyone have any ideas?" And he's going to make his Arcana check now.
Oh, she's gonna put a hand on your
yep.
shoulder and give you a bardic inspiration, which is now a D10.
I was gonna assist you, so James, will you allow that?
Yes, because this isn't purely his knowledge, you are actually looking through a notebook and looking for, trying to decipher what this is. So yes, Marcus, you can take that 15.
Cool.
Take your D10.
And then, yeah, don't forget your D10.
And the D10, yes.
You can
Re-roll
re-roll
it.
that.
Re-roll it.
All right.
Look at that one. Oh my
Hey,
god,
What
a
the
10.
hell?
Oh
Okay.
my god.
Opposite
25.
ends of the spectrum here. With a 25, as you and B are poring over this notebook, you will see that Anubis had a bit of an epiphany in his thinking, where if this claw, though it is currently dead, if it were to be attached to something living, it might regain vitality and therefore its magic. Specifically, metallic components of this device that are attached to the claw are those used for making mechanical prosthetics to replace limbs and such. It's incredibly painful to have one installed, but it attaches to the person's skeletal structure and nervous system to allow them to control it.
Oh,
Thus the needles.
those are the needles. He just kind of looks up from the notebook and looks at the device. I assume, does the notebook say anything about like what he theorized it could be used for, or?
His hope is that, given a successful migration to an individual, it would allow them the same capabilities as when Donda would use his own claws.
Whoa.
Who wants a claw?
Marcus, how many hands do you need to shoot a gun?
Oh my god.
Technically one for the trigger.
I need both my hands to hold my sword, so I can't do it.
Can a construct do it?
No.
Not living.
Oh, I know. I was just trying to.
All right.
Ah!
All right.
Should we rock, paper, scissors it?
No, it's fine. I hope this would work. We really need to get to Anubis.
I mean, if you put it on and you die, I can bring you back.
That
Give
is
you a thumbs
helpful.
up. Yes,
Thank
it's
you.
great.
Would
Oh
you
my
mind standing
God.
pretty close to me? Because when I stand close to you, I don't feel as afraid. So
I'm gonna
that
throw
would be
up.
really helpful about now.
Feel
I
really
can give you a hug
courageous.
too if you like.
Oh, that'd be great.
So sweet.
All right. So Marcus is kind of looking at his left hand because he uses his right hand to shoot with. Looking through the notebook, is there any kind of like perceived downside to this?
You guys did really well on your Arcana check. So, since this claw is demonic in nature, it will give whoever is attached to it a slight demonic aura.
Well, looks like I'll be getting an aura then.
Most of your aura would remain the same, but things like a paladin's divine sense would still register the location where the claw is attached to have that slight demonic aura.
Would Lori know this is like a demon claw?
You're like, your paladin tingle is going off a little bit.
Yeah,
Sorry,
they wouldn't
I'm
allow
sorry,
Steve
you're
anyway,
what?
it's a bonus for
Tingling.
him. It's a special tingle, everybody. Laugh it up.
The paladin tingle. Oh
The
my
paladin
Hey,
tingle,
Lorraine,
yeah.
did you need another break or?
No.
Okay.
Oh god.
All right. All right. So Marcus is kind of psyching himself up and goes, Avendra, before I change my mind, just do it. Just do it.
She puts her arm on the table and brushes a bunch of her equipment to the side and gestures for you to lay down.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. I'm laying down for this.
Oh, you're going to want to hold on to something.
Do you have
It's
any?
I need
it's
a
gonna-
drink. I
Do
need
you
a
have
drink.
Yeah.
A big one.
Candy.
You can hold Zephyr's hand or Lorian's. Lorian's got,
I have really good hands. Hold my hand.
Alcohol. I
can
prefer
kill you too.
alcohol.
How about both? Hold my hand.
B
How
starts
about
like
alcohol?
B starts
Hands.
walking around this shop trying to find alcohol.
Easy to find. This is Evandra's shop, and she's a dwarf, so very, very easy to find.
Okay, B will come. What am I finding?
There's probably like a really strong dwarvish scotch that she
Okay.
keeps on a bottom shelf behind the counter.
Perfect. Just where I can reach it.
That's my good
This
stuff.
I will buy you more.
You can't buy that anywhere. It's specially made by dwarves. We don't like to, whatever.
He runs.
Fine.
He sprints with it.
Rye turns on the TV like a dad who's waiting for his kid to be born in the other
What?
room.
Oh my god. B will come up, take the lid off, and she'll just put it at Marcus's face.
Thank you.
You gotta be the coach for this, Zephyr.
Marcus looks at the bottle. Does he realize how good this is?
Make a history check.
14.
You've never seen it, but from the proof number you can see at the bottom and the like rich, deep color, you don't know if this is good stuff, but you're pretty sure this is good stuff.
B, this is not swigging whiskey. This is like glass whiskey. Give me a cup for this.
She's like,
okay.
You're damn right it is. In fact, actually, would you get me a glass too?
After.
What?
No. She drinks after. I drink now.
It helps with me nerves. It does.
No. Be responsible. Oh my god. Oh my
You
god.
just have to breathe in like
B will start running around looking for a cup.
Yeah, you'll only find metal cups, but
that's all I need.
It's a metal smith shop, so
okay. B will come back and hand Marcus the cup.
All right. Pours a sizable pour. Says, "Cheers" in his best gnomish accent. Drains it and says, "All right, I'm ready. Let's do this."
All right, Marcus. I know this is gonna hurt, but you have some cool fingers after this, even if they're demonic fingers.
it's just one claw. It's not even a finger.
Claw finger. All right, chop it off.
Evandra's like kind of like eyeballing where to put it, and she's like, all right, now do you want it between your fingers or attached to one of your fingers?
Between it, I guess, so I can keep my range of motion.
Wow,
Put it on the back of your neck.
No.
She'll turn on a light and we'll see the camera pan away and we just see the silhouette of Evandra, getting ready to do the operation. Marcus laying on the table, Lorien standing at his side. All right, I wish I could say this, it's not going to hurt, but it's going to hurt a lot. And then we hear like the drills start revving up. Marcus, do you scream or?
You'll probably hear a Wilhelm scream in the background. Yeah.
Yes, lots of pain. So in the silhouette, sometimes it's blotted out by the arcane or the divine healing that Lorien is using to keep you stable. But eventually, like, the screams of pain fade, and like after excruciating 13 or 12 minutes, the workstation is covered in blood. There's the smell of your own blood around you, and your hand is bandaged and a small little claw protruding from the bandage.
Great.
How do you, Marcus? How do you feel?
Yes.
Well, at least you're not dead.
Not dead yet.
B reaches up on the table, takes that scotch, and starts just pouring it into the cup. She doesn't understand the concept of anything that isn't like a Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Yeah, Evandra noticeably.
I think you should drink that.
Oh no, this is for you. And she like keeps just pouring it.
Oh no, I think you should drink that.
Evandra's like visibly sweating at how much you're pouring. She's like, I easy on that.
Whoa.
Lesser restoration in case things go bad.
Wait, pour half of it into another glass and give some to Zephyr.
Yep.
What about me? I did the operation. It was a complete success. I deserve a reward.
Half for you, half for Zephyr.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
B will find more cups, and she'll find 2 other cups, so she'll split them into thirds.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Does anybody
don't
else
want
want
any.
any? Okay. Lorian, do you drink? I don't think you do.
Drink
Lorian, do
water
you?
because I like being healthy.
Wow. I bet you shop
Wow.
at Whole Foods.
No, but I also love drinking milk. I like my bones being
He's
strong.
a milk drinking paladin. I'm done.
Oh
I'm
my
done.
god.
That's amazing.
Halo, do you want any?
He's not there yet.
Oh, Halo's not
Yeah,
here
so-
yet?
He missed
No,
it.
I'd like to imagine that he opens the door, seeing the operation. There's blood all over the place. B, you're like pouring glasses of alcohol, and Evandra is like shouting, and yeah, he's just like standing in the doorway watching all of this unfold.
And then slowly backs away. Completely aside from what's been happening the past 5 to 10 minutes. Has Lorian seen Mirai since things changed?
Oh,
No.
Yeah, Laurie
Wait.
knows that Mirai is a changeling, right? I'm
Well-
very sure that he learned, or he saw it, like at the bank or something.
yeah, well,
Yeah. Oh,
it's a little bit more complicated than that.
I think he saw us right before we went to Regenesis. So he does not know about like why
Oh,
Lux look or why Mirai looks
wow.
like Mirai.
So first of all, everyone is calling this person Mirai, and you don't know who Mirai is.
did a name change or something? After like
Second
all
of
this has
all,
happened, now it's
While they're arguing about the alcohol, love
like,
it.
wait a minute, wait a
but
minute.
she doesn't even look the
what happened to her
same. She
name?
doesn't even. No. She doesn't even look like a tiefling. She kind of doesn't even look like a changeling. She looks like a drow kind of.
It took this long
But
to finally soak in.
kind of
Who
like
are
a
you?
changeling. Who am I? Just like pointing to herself.
Yeah, it took me a minute to notice everything was because all of this.
Yeah.
Hmm?
It's a really long story. No, I'm Lux, but I was Lux, but I'm Mirai now. Like that's my name. I picked it for myself.
Well, that's a beautiful name. If anyone has a transitory period in their life, I'm here to support them.
Thank you.
Thrive, girl.
Thank you. I am. I truly am. There was this. We went. Wow, we went back to the lab, and Zephyr and I went into the. She'll just like take Zephyr's hand. We went into the chromatic sea together, and I kind of came out looking like this, and
Like took some of his essence.
oh gosh, yeah, Mariah just kind of like rubs her temple a little bit. And it's like, yeah, no, I didn't. It wasn't that I took his essence. It's that I had to go into the chromatic sea, and then I, Zephyr took my helmet off, and I kind of gained stuff. I can't remember what it's called now. Shit. The shimmering silver liquid.
Proboplasm.
Thank you. Chromoplasm. I got some of that, and it was when I was out, I had this weird pulling from it felt like our friend that we met in the caves with the crystal crabs. And then
Thing never gave me.
what'd you say?
Oh, maybe it was the wrong case. I'm sorry. Continue.
No. I just didn't hear you.
That ring that you never gave me.
Oh, right.
I still remember that ring.
My God.
I actually the ring, the ring of jump. I actually gave it to Zephyr. Do you use it, or did we get rid of it?
No, I give it back to you. It's your engagement ring.
Oh, that's right. She'll like hold it
Well,
up.
now I can't get it because then it'll be weird.
Wait. Out of character, didn't Zephyr have like a different ring in a popcorn bucket?
I think in game he took the ring of jump and had it added, like had a stone added
refurbished.
to it. Yeah, so it's I gave it to Zephyr and then he gave it back to me, and I was also pulled by Navris, the goddess of secrets. She and I are actually like really close now. She's also a changeling. It's pretty cool.
A lot of things happened, I suppose. Well, if you
We
ever
met.
need an officiary, I can cast the ceremony spell.
Oh wow. Yeah, I mean, of course. But we've been planning just like a little bit of stuff. So
Uh,
yeah, I mean, you're invited, of course.
oh my gosh.
I think I want to ask for, Bee's dad if we can get married in their backyard or something. Just kind of something low key,
He thinks about the tree they recently destroyed. Yeah.
Yeah, you have a really nice tree that I just kind of want to get married right under.
That like
Oh,
nice
no.
oak, that nice oak tree. That's
Yeah,
been there.
it was where we brought Zephyr after, the plane crash, and
Yep.
we sat under that oak tree, and it would just be kind of nice,
Shit.
I'm sorry, what?
Hey, watch your
Sorry.
language.
Excuse me?
I'll be right back. B goes into the room that she knows there's a telephone in.
So
You
I
just have to
think
pee.
it's maybe at this time that Halo opens the door and sees all of the hysteria, looks at everyone and sees you, Lorien.
Hello. Big wave.
Yeah, his like right eye will water ever so slightly before he like wipes it away, walks over and gives you a big hug.
He's an extra nice hug back. And of
Oh,
course, he does not feel afraid.
Yes, he's
Well,
like,
I really
I
hope
feel
he
very
wasn't.
safe here.
Don't worry, Lorien is a hug king. Especially with this new aura.
Has Halo ever hugged you before?
I mean,
Mariah looks over to the others while he's hugging Lorien.
It's just great to see him. We haven't seen him in a while, and he'll like let go and kind of like look at you guys. What the hell happened to you? And he'll look at you, Marcus.
Marcus had a
his
surgery.
claw.
He would raise his left hand that's all bandaged with a claw sticking out and go, "Hey kid, how you doing?"
I guess okay. Are you trying something new? He's just his eyes are falling on the claw.
Yeah, we're testing a theory. Speaking of which, does it tingle? Do I feel anything about it? Does it
Super
make me want
numb.
to kill people? Okay.
Super numb
You're
right
gonna
now.
become Dr. Octopus? Is that what you're referencing? How his
What?
like Dr. Octopus. So right, that's a Doc Ock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at
That's
least I
pretty
think in the Tobey Maguire one, it's like artificial intelligence, but he has like a chip that will protect him.
His entire brain
but-
function, yeah, and then it stops working.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then the arms control him. So I'm like, oh my god, is Marcus gonna be Doc Ock?
Yeah, just
Then I'll have to
keep
put him down. That's my job. He's a fiend.
just keep Marcus away from any like outlets or electrical currents, and he should be fine.
Uh-oh. Is that a
The
disclaimer on the
power of the
arm?
chromatic sea in
Yeah,
the palm
yeah.
of my hand.
But yeah, I think after like a good amount of time has passed, Avandra gestures to your bandaged arm, Marcus. I think Lorien did a good enough job of patching you afterwards, so you should be good to take that off.
Okay. We'll slowly take off the bandage.
The cracks that were in the claw have disappeared, seemingly as this claw has healed itself with some energy.
Well, it appears to be less dead than it was before. Marcus is gonna try to like swing the claw around. Try to focus on like a point across the room, just acting all manner of doing silly things, trying to see what happens.
Yeah, so assuming you're kind of like fiddling with it, it cuts through the air like butter. If you make a fist, it's a incredibly odd sensation, but the claw will retract between your fingers and disappear, leaving just a barely noticeable bump between your knuckles.
Oh, that's cool. And if I open up my hand again, does it stay retracted or does it come back out again?
Yeah, if you open your hand, you will feel it like come out. And there's like always room for it to come out. It's not painful. But yeah, you opening and closing your hand, you'll feel it retract in and out.
Okay.
That feels gross.
That feels weird, man. That's
Oh,
fucking weird.
Can B touch it?
Are
Can I
you
touch it?
okay?
Marcus holds his hand out for B to touch.
Oh man. I have my tetanus shots.
I think it'll give you something worse than tetanus.
B's gonna start like touching it, and that's so weird. How big? Like, how is it? The claw just like an inch, or is it like a really big claw?
It would be like the equivalent of like a lion's claw. I don't know how big those
Okay.
are specifically.
That's insane.
Mike, if I could direct your attention to the magic items, you now have a handout called the Claw of Donda.
Yo, magic item.
Oh, okay. Oh my.
Read it.
Yeah,
You
share
did.
with the class.
This item is crafted from a claw of the demon Danda. It is razor sharp and capable of tearing holes in reality itself. It is reinforced with dwarven steel and uses the same technology for making mechanical prosthetics. This item counts as a melee weapon, using the statistics of a scimitar. You gain a +3 bonus to attack and damage rolls with this magic weapon. In addition, the weapon ignores resistance to slashing damage. When you attack a creature that has at least one head with this weapon and roll a natural 20 on the attack roll, you cut off one of the creature's heads. The
Yikes.
creature
It's
dies.
a purple sword, basically.
Creature dies if it can't survive without its lost head. A creature is immune to this effect if it is immune to slashing damage, doesn't have or need a head, or has legendary actions, or the DM decides the creature is too big for its head to be cut off with this weapon. Such as a creature instead takes an additional 6d8 slashing damage from the hit.
Hey, one of
Addition,
those.
Additionally, you ignore restrictions on teleportation, such as those described by the spell Forbiddance. You also suffer no adverse effects while teleporting through areas such as those described in the spell Prismatic Wall.
So
Damn, too bad you don't get into fucking melee. We probably should have attached this to Zephyr.
On me. It would
Amazing.
be like the worst antithesis ever.
So,
This is great.
question.
Yes.
Question. It says you ignore restrictions on teleportation. That means that you have to use a teleportation spell. And okay, so it doesn't just, it's not like I cut the air and I can go somewhere.
Right. You still need a means of teleportation. This just tears a hole, so to say, in the fabric of reality, letting you get anywhere you need to go. That includes places that are barred from interdimensional and teleportation, such as Alcatraz. This is one of the reasons why using Donda to escape was an option. So it does not let you teleport in and of itself. It just removes the restrictions on teleportation.
For example, if Mirai was to cast teleportation with me involved in the group, we would all be able to go through without the risk of being hit by a prismatic wall or forbiddance.
I almost took teleportation circle. I guess I could, since we haven't entered combat. I guess that's your rule, right, James?
Yeah. As long as you haven't used a spell, you're free to swap it out. I don't want to punish you for choosing a spell that you never use.
If Marcus has a scroll of teleportation, can he use it like that?
You would have to be able to cast the spell, which would require probably a check. But I also think there's a prerequisite that you have to be able to at least cast one spell.
Okay, that does make sense.
A average Joe Schmo can't just like go into a magic shop and ask for that's welcome to the weave territory. So
fair.
Yeah, the weave.
Oh yeah, there's That's later down the road. It's basically like the magical internet. Lorian, you hear a familiar voice in your head. Lorian, if you are thinking of finding Anubis, I must dissuade you against it, but there is something that might assist you.
You know that I've trusted Anubis before, and I hope you can allow me to trust him again, but what do you suggest? What are you offering?
He left me a letter a long time ago, and fortunately I was not needed to use it, but chances are he might have held on to it. I would assume it would be somewhere in his study, in a small wooden box.
Go take a look. Thank you, grandfather.
You're welcome, my grandchild. No, he doesn't say that. So you're gonna go to Anubis's study.
You just see Lauren like stop for a second and just beeline for the study.
Doesn't even say anything to anyone else.
Or we like put up a finger, like give me a second, and he's gonna go.
So
you hear the sound of like boxes banging around,
right.
papers shuffling.
So ordinarily, looking for anything specific in Anubis's study would be a nightmare. But considering you were given, what it might be contained in, you find a small wooden box with inside an envelope made out to Lothric.
Well, hey, I will pop that sucker open.
So inside are 2 spell scrolls, both of them for plane shift, as well as a letter.
That's where to get in and out of someplace.
Mm-hmm.
Lauren will unfold the letter.
Dear Lothric, if you will have any hopes of defeating the Demon King, you will need the right tool for the job. In my domain, I have kept safe the sword of Gilgamesh, a powerful hero of old. I know not what has become of my domain, and the thought of returning chills me to the bone. Therefore, I leave you these scrolls and my permission to enter and leave my domain. In the event I do not return, enter my domain and find the sword. You should be able to find the entrance with your divine sense, but for your own safety and for the good of the mission, don't come looking for me. And please, whatever you may see, please forgive me. I desperately hope you should not have need of it. Your friend, Anubis.
I take a second to absorb real quick. Then he'll stand up, turn around, bust open that door, wait a letter. I know what to do. Like letter in hand, eyes wide.
Fill it.
Grandfather told me that of a letter that he was going to send, but then he didn't. And he has 2 scrolls of plane shift. Look at it, hand it over. And the information will be relayed to you all. A lot of cool swords.
Oh, shit.
I guess that this is where Anubis went, or we need to use that sword to get him out, or just save him.
Lorian, you would hear a voice in your head that says, my grandchild, the sword you have recovered is the sword of Gilgamesh.
Oh, wait, no. I have the sword. Sorry, I was very excited.
No worries.
We have what we need.
But wait, we already have what we need, but we have these scrolls of plane shift.
The claw will get us past the bar the plane shift will need. We have to use them both together. I really think.
Mariah pulls a scroll of plane shift out of her pocket.
What?
Yeah, I've just been holding on to this for a while.
Well, we got the cool ones now. You can save that one for later.
This one's from Albert Einstein. How much cooler can you get?
And these are from Anubis. All right.
Still
Plus, what if this Albert guy comes back and wants it back?
Oh, he's not coming back. He is not coming back. That's for Al.
Yeah, my main man Al.
All right, y'all are both pretty. He's got 2, you got 1. Let's have each of you have 1, okay? We'll use one of the 2 that he's got.
You're both pretty.
Fry pouts.
Before we do anything, I do briefly need to discuss something. I forgot to mention this earlier, but the infusion stuff, I feel like we should get that sorted before
Oh,
we teleport into Anubis's domain.
That
yeah.
might be a wise idea.
So for B's infusions, B is going to get the headband of intellect, which will increase her intelligence score to 19. Zephyr and Lorian are going to get enhanced defense, which is just going to increase their AC. Yeah, their AC by 2. And Mariah is going to get Mind Sharpener. It has 4 charges, and when she fails a con save, she can use one of those charges to succeed, and then it can regain 1d4 expended charges daily at dawn. So that's what B's doing. Yeah, so what she'll probably do is immediately start working on this stuff, or probably had already started working on it throughout the week, and then just needs to do like a few finishing touches type deal. It takes a long time to embroider. My hands cramp. Yeah. So her headband of intellect will just be her bandana, because I feel like that'll be easy. B is gonna embroider like a little like arcane bee on Zephyr's tie. Lorian, what do you want me to do?
He'll like drag the hero armor out of like a dusty corner, and then immediately it just becomes shiny and cool again.
Okay, do you want me to put it on?
Put it somewhere.
Evandra, could you help me?
It's like, yeah, you're gonna do something to my armor, you damn sure I'm gonna help you. Do it myself if I have to.
I need something that'll look like a bee.
I have this. She like holds up it's like a brander, but it's got no like, I don't know, like a blank or a template for one. It's just like a circle with somewhere where you would insert a brand.
It's perfect. Okay. She'll cast a spell into the sign as she brands it, and she's gonna put it on the hero's armor's ankle. It's like
I was about to say that, like where you hugged, where you on the leg, like at your height. I was just thinking that, so it's perfect.
Oh, is that where you want it? I was gonna give you an ankle tattoo.
Oh no, you do that. Ankle tattoos are sick.
Okay. We will give the hero's armor an ankle tattoo.
Excellent.
And then I don't know what Mariah's mind sharpener would look like. Mariah, do you have an idea?
I think like a ring or like a pair of earrings or.
Yep. I guess I'll give you a ring, and I think it'll be like a nice chunky gold one.
Oh, that'd be cool, like with a topaz or something.
Quick question. What is everyone's intention? I know you have like the means to go into Anubis's domain, but what is the intention of going inside?
Marcus is trying to get into the domain to try and get that last parchment with the part of the teleportation circle, so we can see what that sigil looks like, and kind of try and figure out where it goes, if Anubis has seen anything like that before, things of that nature.
Yeah, I agree with Mike on this one. I think that's why Mariah is going.
B, your radio stone goes off and says,
Hey, B, are we still doing dinner tomorrow? Like with all your friends?
Oh. Guys, we can't go. We have to go tomorrow night.
Yes, and I actually need to pick up some dry cleaning, so I need to do that too.
Okay.
I need to go shopping anyway. I think.
Oh yeah, we have the garage sale tomorrow.
Zephyr and I are thinking about moving, so you know.
Evandra, would you let us know if by some miracle Anubis comes back?
Yeah, as you say that, she's like anxiously looking at his like study and what? Oh yeah, believe me, I've been keeping an eye out for him. So I see him, and you're the first people I let know.
Thank you.
So dinner. That sounds nice.
Yeah, give me one moment. B goes into the other room to be like, Dad, can I have 2 more people come for Taco Friday?
Yeah, I guess so. We'll have to eat outside, but it'll be nice. I'll turn on the bistro lights, and
Do you think you're going to be able to get a new oak tree in?
I don't think we're gonna be able to get a new oak tree in B.
Shoot. I knew I shouldn't have played with lighter fluid.
What's that? You know a druid? Carlos said he knows a druid.
Oh, Carlos is there.
Yeah, he's gonna be joining us for taco night if that's okay.
My God, this is such a big step.
Yeah. Just I'll have someone take a look at the tree before the taco party tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. All right.
I'll stop by and get more hard shells.
Yeah, that'll be good. Yeah, I like the hard
Okay.
shells.
Okay.
Get
Bye, Dad.
extra lettuce.
Why are they listening? Yeah, thanks, Dad. I'll see you I'll be home tonight. My friends will be here tomorrow. There tomorrow.
All right, sounds good.
Okay. Bye, Dad.
Bye.
I love you.
I love you too, B.
Okay. Just want to make sure I tell you that. Then she hangs up.
Okay. So yeah, we get like, you guys were ready to go, and then you're like, wait, we have stuff to do. So you all just like kind of like nod and like, yeah, meet back here tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, assuming everyone goes to B's house the next day for tacos, you guys all gather in his backyard. There is a identical, if not slightly different, oak tree in the backyard. Zephyr, maybe you're like eyeing it, stroking your chin like something seems off. But yeah,
Very detective.
I use the glass of minute seeing
on the tree. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
What?
This
Wrong.
tree only has one ring.
What? I don't know what that means. Is this like a ring of jump joke again?
What? No, like as in like when trees grow, they have rings.
I didn't go to school.
Uh,
I was raised in a lab. I mean, I guess they probably taught me some stuff like that. It's only got one. How does it only have one ring? It's been here forever.
I don't even know how I can see inside that.
Yeah,
No, we have to
right?
cut it in half.
Zephyr starts cutting the tree.
Karate chopping, yeah.
No. Don't cut the tree. That's where I want to get married in front of the tree.
You want to get married in front of an imposter tree? You want to start a marriage off with a lie?
Yikes.
I guess not. If you're that opposed to it.
I'm telling you right now.
B's
but-
gonna go in and just be like, okay, Dad, so would you make sure to introduce Carlos? Try not to embarrass me. That's okay. You don't really embarrass me anyway.
Oh, wait, you were worried about I embarrass you sometimes?
If I say yes, are you gonna be proud of yourself?
I mean, maybe a little, but I think that's every
Amazing.
parent. Yeah, but
I mean, it's only like 2% of the time. I think that's normal. It's mainly when you like snore, like you fall asleep, like somehow on the zap train, and then you snore really loudly.
puts me to sleep. I don't know what it
But
is.
it takes you so long to get up. Anyway. Yeah,
Um,
I'm gonna go. I mean, unless you want to introduce him.
I'll introduce him. Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna go let Pepper out.
yeah. She's been whining. I just haven't had the time to been putting tacos together.
Okay, B's gonna go let Pepper out of the garage.
Okay. Yeah, the big like raptor T-Rex-esque construct is like whining slightly, and you let her out, and she starts like running around the neighborhood.
What's a dinosaur? So what's a dinosaur?
It's a dinosaur steel defender for B's dad, and she's huge. She's a large construct. Is she like chasing like birds down the road?
Yeah, like jumping up in the air, trying to eat them.
I love her. He turns right back around. Well, she'll turn around and be like, Pepper, just come to the backyard. And then she'll close the garage and go back outside.
Yeah, big stomping, and eventually she gets to the back, and starts like knocking people over because she doesn't know how big she is. But yeah, eventually Bert brings out Carlos, who is helping with food, and introduces him to everyone. And yeah, he's just like smiling, and everyone is having tacos, and it's a good time.
He also brings out an inflatable pool.
Why?
That is
I don't-
very cool.
I don't know what season it is. What season
It's
is it? Still?
summer.
It is summer, yeah.
Yes, it's like one of those like really cute like little inflatable kiddie pools.
Mhm.
Mariah gets in her bathing suit.
Halo will provide the water.
Amazing! Oh my god, and a slipping slide.
So
Those things are
I need a
dangerous.
commission of all of us sitting inside this tiny kids pool.
On it.
Just like legs to chest, like
Oh,
so
my
no room for all
Jesus.
of us.
And then there's the picture of Pepper trying to get in, and everyone's like, "No!"
Just caption it: "The party never splits."
Yeah.
Never. The party never split.
See, I just see Pepper like in the midst of a cannonball, and we're all like, no.
Yeah.
And then she deals like force damage or like bludgeoning damage or something.
88.
Oh no, you misheard me. I said 88. Oh, that's far worse.
Oh,
Bro. No, not the meme.
Oh,
God.
B is gonna go up to Mariah when Bert is like going around introducing Carlos, and she's gonna be like, "Remember that trip I sent my dad on
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
like the demons like tried to kill us?"
Yeah.
and Marion went insane.
Yeah. And then we met Zephyr afterwards,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Whoa, look out, there's a demon lady." Yeah, I remember that.
That's where my dad met him. So he met him because
Aw.
of me. I lied.
That's so cute. Mariah will like get down like on her knees or like squat down. However, she talks to Bean is like, "Hey, I gotta tell you, I meant to talk about this back at the thing, but we were all talking about armor and stuff like that. And hey, did I tell you that when we were no, Siri,
Siri?
absolutely the fuck not.
You can't play this game, Siri.
You're banned. Did I tell you that when we were leaving Alcatraz that Justina spoke to me?
I don't think.
Yeah, I didn't think I told you. I told Zephyr. I kept meaning to bring it up. But it just timing wasn't right. So she said don't trust her. And
Don't trust her. Don't trust herself.
Navris. She meant Navris.
Oh.
And then I went and I talked to Navris. And Navris is a changeling like me, which is so crazy, We just had this really beautiful moment. It was great. I don't know what's going on.
I don't either.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's-
That's really weird. I mean, I'm glad you found a god that you can kind of relate to easily, but also that's really weird that Justina would tell you something like that.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. I told Zephyr and he was like, "Oh, maybe it's just like one of those god things." I was like, "Yeah, maybe it is." But when I asked Navris about it, she was just kind of like, "Oh, well, like I deal in secrets and she deals in justice," which honestly doesn't feel like the opposite of each other.
I guess it's the way that you go about things and like what your intentions are with justice or with secrets. Because a secret can be bad and a type of justice could be bad. Like what if there's a really stupid law that shouldn't be a law?
Or when McClave tried to kill Zephyr.
Yes. So I don't know. It's kind of iffy. Maybe try to stay out of it until you can find out more because that's weird.
I feel like I'm a little deep in it. Yikes. I'm a little deep in it.
Well, I guess be careful.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm a kid. I try to figure out how to address things.
No. That's fine. I just, you're really
well-
smart. You're a really smart kid. So
Oh, thanks. I'm gonna try to go to college.
I think that's a good idea.
Thanks. I'm gonna try. But yeah, I think you should just be safe and take it one step at a time, and just be fully aware of your surroundings when you're talking, or be fully aware. I don't know.
Me either. I'm gonna go have a drink, I think. I gotta go buy some stuff before we go to Anubis's place.
Same. I think we need to I don't know, how many potions do I have?
I don't have enough stuff.
What we can do is you can tell me after the session if you're wanting to spend any money on potions and stuff like that.
Yeah. I
Okay.
just I want to try to upgrade my instrument of the bards.
Okay. You can definitely do that. So, yeah, everyone is like laughing and having a good time at the party, all with the looming dread of going into another god's domain. This will have been the fourth one you guys have been in so far. But yeah, you guys reconvene at the forge, assuming you get all of your wares. And I believe, Marcus, you had some cosmetic changes.
Yes, but I would say I'm not wearing those cosmetic changes currently. That's like special occasions.
Ah, I see. Okay, so nothing out of the ordinary just yet, aside from the slight bump caused by where the claw is embedded.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you guys do? Avendra was at the party too. So yeah,
Yes.
she lets you all in and ushers you to Anubis's study.
Oh, B
You
tells her
guys have-
bad die. She tells her dad bye,
Oh, okay.
being like, I'm gonna be gone for a little. I just want to let you know it's dangerous, but I wanted to keep you updated.
Yeah, and he appreciates that.
Yes, that's it. I just wanted to make sure
Yeah, I
that
got
B
you.
tells her dad.
Avendra ushers you into Anubis's study, the place where he had departed from.
I guess it's time to go.
Yeah. So does the spell scroll need to be activated first and then I gotta cut through it? Or
You'd have to tear through first, but first you need to know where to do that. Max, you recall from the letter that Anubis told Lothric that he should be able to find the door with his divine sense.
You might as well pop one of those right now, then you will sense the vibes.
So as your eyes glow with the divine light, you will see the ghostly outline of where the door that was composed of sand once was, the door that Anubis went through. Assuming you show it or gesture to it for Marcus.
alright, well, Marcus would probably square up to the door, open his hand, and kind of position the claw so it's like right in front of him, and it'll just kind of drag down in front of him. Does this, you said when the claw like tears open space, like do I have, like does it actually make some kind of a visible effect on the space?
As you do this, you will feel like the claw begin to hum with a demonic energy as the blade of the claw begins to get this ethereal, impossibly sharp edge. You don't see anything, but you can definitely feel there's something in this space that has been disturbed as you drag the claw down through the empty air.
Alright, guys, I cut through it. It's kind of hard to say, kind of hard to describe, but it feels like I'm through.
I guess it's time to go.
Yeah, lead the way.
Yes, sir.
Mariah will take Zephyr's hand.
Who's casting the scroll?
Yeah, I'll cast it.
So, Mariah, you begin saying the arcane words as the text begins to peel away, glow, and then disintegrate in front of you. You all feel the space around you become very dense, and we get a wide camera shot of you guys in front of where Marcus tore through the air, as all of you are condensed into a very, very thin form and disappear through where Marcus tore a hole, leaving the room empty. Thanks for listening to another episode of Radio D&D. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at Radio DD Pod, and make sure to check out Drawforth Arts on Instagram. They created our podcast cover art and did an absolute amazing job. If you liked what you heard, please rate our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you're listening.
Hi, I'm Stephanie. You can find me on Twitter or Instagram at Plain Ethereal. That's PLAIN Ethereal.
I'm Ethan, and you can find me at my Twitter, at Badger_D, in as in the letter D.
Join us next time on Radio D&D.
We maybe should have given that to Zephyr. Like, considering that he is the one close enough to chopping people's heads off.
Take off his hand and then put it on.
Yeah, I'm sure Evander will be fine with just switching those up.
Oh my god.
I don't know, Zephyr, you want a weird claw that grows out of you?
I mean, I think I'm good. I think I'm fine. I'll just pick a vorpal sort. You know, I mean, they're all over the place.
You do have a lot of money.
Yeah.
You have a lot of money.
How much money do you have?
Artie. Well, Zephyr, here's the thing about Zephyr. He died technically 100 years ago, so he had a lot of back
Interest
and
My old bank account, which I didn't pay taxes for.
And pension.
300 gold. So, like, what are the numbers here?
Oh my god.
He just got 50 grand.
Excuse me? And what was I doing? Getting the sword of Gilgamesh? Being poor.
Well, to be fair, Zephyr's been poor this whole time. He's been mooching off of Mirai, so.
And Marcus.
You
and
go,
B, really.
Marcus.
You pay for her retirement.